What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my podcast. So, if you're just tuning in and if you just subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it if you just show your boys some love and subscribe to my channel because we're going to be talking about the Johnathan Entwizzle's upcoming reboot of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as well as the 29th anniversary of the very first Power Rangers franchise that began a long time ago. And not to mention, we're going to be talking about what done with the 2017 movie in terms of the Ranger suits designs and the Zord designs, as well as the storytelling of the writing and all of that. So we're just talking Power Rangers goodness. So I need y'all to bear with me because this is going to be a very long video. So this time you're going to hear me rambling about Power Rangers nonsense. I mean, even though this video is based on Power Rangers, so of course we're going to be talking about Power Rangers as a whole. So yeah, like I said, if y'all are just subscribing to my channel, I would have appreciated if you just stop by, check your boy out, and subscribe to this channel if you must, if you want to. If not, that's okay. And don't forget to click that join button so you'll become a member of mine. So you'll be able to receive your merch or whatever though. But yeah, let's get started with this conversation about the upcoming Johnathan Entwizzle's Power Rangers project. So a while back, Johnathan Entwizzle was named the producer and head writer of the upcoming Power Rangers reboot, and a lot of us have to take consideration of the fact that his vision could make this franchise work again. So not only that, Brian Edward Hill and the lady, I keep forgetting her name, but she's going to be part of the team as well. So you have a pretty good team, and those who have written some good and sometimes bad seasons when it comes to certain projects of like DC superheroes, like the Titans show with Brian Edward Hill reigning Titans. So he's going to be writing the Power Rangers reboot. I'm not saying that it's going to end up being bad. The only thing we can do is just watch and see what he does. So what you're seeing right now is the example of what Power Rangers reboot on Netflix could be. So this is a superpower beatdown between Tommy and Ryu fighting against one another, and you've seen how the effects are when you teleported outside. So this clip right here could be the potential case of how to do a Power Rangers reboot, right, in terms of the fight scene goes. Now, the fight choreography for this versus battle could be the prime example of rebooting Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right? And Goldar having a one-on-one battles every time they were called for battles, or just have potential rivalries between Jason and Tommy when Tommy is introduced as the evil Green Ranger. And not to mention having the story be about the Rangers and their parents of where they come from. And if you actually think about it, I was watching Kaiju Sentai's video and review of season 1 of MMPR about how Tommy's parents were killed in a car accident, so now he's been living on his own ever since. And just think about how that could do for Johnathan Entwizzle's Power Rangers reboot. First, have it based on the original 5 with the movie, and then you go and do so with your 16 episode run of the original 5, and then you can do your movie based on Tommy Oliver about his upbringings, what he's been through, where he comes from, and being a new king of town, and have his parents be killed in a car crash. So now he's been, he's going to end up being transferred to Angel Grove High School as a new student, but also competing in a martial arts tournament to fight Jason in a one-on-one battle. So that way, if you can do something like that, it can make total sense. But make sure the story is fleshed out and make sense. Because in the original show, we didn't really have any of that. He just appeared as a new king in town, being controlled by Rita Repulsa, and then had Jason overcome the evilness by breaking the spell. So if you do something like this with the Johnathan Entwizzle's upcoming reboot, think about how well received the show is going to be on Netflix. So now we're going to be talking about the 2017 movie and what could have been done with it. Now, as you can see with the Tricerazord, this one looks like a Triceratops. It has its four legs and it has its tails. Now, why didn't the 2017 movie use this is beyond me. They just went with the six-legged spider freak looking Tricerazord. But if Johnathan Entwizzle were to hire somebody who knows how to do the Zord designs, have it make it like Travis Knight or Michael Bay design with the dinosaurs, have it make it look like this for the upcoming reboot. And I'm saying this for a reason because it could work, but make it a little bit more bigger instead of just like small, in my honest opinion. Now, this is the Mastodon Zord. This one looks like a mastodon, not that six-armed spider Zord looking thing that does not look like a mastodon or represent the dinosaur. Now, have Zack Zord look just like this, but have it look more closer to source material. Now, mind you, these are just the rejected designs for the 2017 movie, which could have been used because it would have made sense if they actually went with something like this. Now, next one you have the T-Rex Zord. This one is a bit bigger. Now, this one looks like a T-Rex is much closer to source material. It could have been used for the 2017 movie, but they didn't really use that. They just went with the ugly designs anyway. My apologies. So I would say just have it make it a little bit more taller when you're fighting Godar or any other monsters. But to me, this could also make so much sense if they were to do something like that. The Saber-Tooth Tiger Zord, this one can also make sense if they were to use that for the Johnathan Entwizzle's project, or they could have used that for the 2017 Power Rangers movie. Mind you, these are just the rejected designs once again, and they could have been used and shown in battle. Now that Johnathan Entwizzle and Brian Edward Hill are rebooting Power Rangers, they could also use that for the series on Netflix as well. And like I said, the prime example of how to do great fight scenes with the monsters and the putty battles and the fight scenes and the Zord battles. Now use that for the Johnathan Entwizzle's reboot. Now the suits itself, and we all know the suits is based on the dinosaurs. The 95 suits looked cool, but I think if they were to retweet them for the Johnathan Entwizzle's reboot, and this could also make a lot of sense if it was based on season 1, and I believe it could work. Have the Zord's designs look like the source material, but not too much, and that way everybody will be able to tell which helmets they're representing. And mind you, this is based on dinosaurs, and so this could also make a whole lot of sense if they did something like this. And for the plot being, if they were to focus around the Boom Studio comics, like the Goku Power Rangers comic, I think this could also make a lot of sense. Now, Flame Toys just announced the combining Dino Megazord based on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, if you use these designs for Johnathan Entwizzle's Power Rangers reboot, just think about just how cool that would be if it was being done in CGI, done right. Have it like the Travis Knight, a little bit of Michael Bay-ish touch to it. These could also make a lot of sense, and I truly hope that whatever they come to their mind, whatever Johnathan Entwizzle decided to announce the upcoming Power Rangers reboot, have them use these action figures as the prime example, or have it based on these figures, but not completely use them, but make it similar to make it their own style and their own take of it. But to me, this can also bring old and new fans to life, if you know what I'm talking about. So this was a long video. I didn't really want to make it like this, but I feel like I just want to bring some points about what they can do of the upcoming Power Rangers reboot. Let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comments down below. Do you agree what I'm saying? If not, sound off in the comments down below, and I will see you later.